Supernatural things that had happened to me. You got the burnt tree, the crown of thorns, the palm tree with the heart in it. I had a Christmas tree on the table. I didn't turn it on because I'm frugal and it's battery operated. I went outside, I was out there with the neighbors. I come back in and the tree was on. The tree was automatically turned on. The rag by my scooter and the freezer, this rag was stuck underneath the freezer. I had tried to get it out myself, and then when my son was here, I asked him to help me. He lifted it and I pulled. I could not get that rag out from underneath the freezer. About 3 weeks later, I was putting meat away in the deep freeze and I stepped on something. So I looked. Now when I go out to put the meat in the second time, I'm gonna look down because I'm not gonna step on it, right? And that dang rag was like 2 feet away from the freezer, and I just shook my head. There was no way, it supernaturally moved. I just threw that rag away a couple of weeks ago. The thorn by the bed. It was May 29th, 2018. I know that date because there was a thorn by the side of my bed. How it got there, I do not know. I go to that side of the room one day, stitched starch naked in the morning, and that I saw a thorn. That was him telling me not to do what I used to do. Oh, I also had a thorn in my tire, in my scooter tire. I did not do. I had promised the Lord I was going to pay a bill. See, I was pitch broke. I was down to $1.50 to my name. I used in pennies, rolled. I still have them in the kitchen. And I had just gotten some money, and I had promised the Lord I was going to pay my bill. I promised him because I was in such arrears with all my credit cards. When you're sick and you're going to die, everything goes to pot. I had nothing. And instead, I was out with my son that day, and I didn't go and pay that bill. It got too late. The next morning, I went to pay the bill, and I had a flat tire in my scooter. So Monday morning, I take it over to the shop, and when I pick it up, I said, "What was wrong with it?" The guy said, "It was a thorn." I said, "A thorn?" He said, "Yeah, a thorn." I said, that had to be a pretty big thorn to puncture my scooter tire, So that was something else. Oh, I got a case of Kleenex just delivered. I don't know, I must have won a contest or something, but the case of Kleenex was supposed to last for a year. I went through it in less than 6 months with all the tears because I knew it was Jesus, and I just kept crying. So he sent me that box of Kleenex for, and he sent me a record player. I got a record player out of the clear blue sky. Why? I didn't know. I don't know how I got it. It just appeared. And so, but now I know why, because it's music, because he loves music and he relates through music. Those were some real supernatural things that I could not explain, plus the other things. It's the how. Someone brought this to my attention, that it's the house of love. Let me tell you, I kept seeing critters and animals, the birds. I had birds, I had squirrels, the lizards, the ants, and butterflies all making love. I mean, I took pictures of this stuff. Every time I turned around, it was like, I was seeing beautiful things of nature. The doves on the back, the doves living on the fence in the backyard for 1 hour and 43 minutes. I love you means 1 hour and 143 means I love you. Oh, so many beautiful things in nature that I started to see that I wasn't observant of before. This one. There were the 3 vultures that opened up in the backyard, and it was so scary. It was on a Sunday morning before I went to church, and there was one on each house in the back, in the house right behind me. The vulture, or an eagle, I think it was a vulture, it had his arms spread out, just like it's on the back of the money, And then it is in Scripture that Revelations 18:2, I ended up finding it in there. But I didn't know anything about that at the time, but it scared the living dickens out of me. But that's one of his signs. He's telling me that he's showing me the things that are in Revelations that are actually happening to me. Oh, that was scary. Oh, that was really scary.